Thank you for watching these videos. I really appreciate you. This is Dale DUFAY talking about the sacred secret. This video was about 6 or 7 years ago. He has like 1,000 videos, but he went away for about 3 years because he was getting threats and he just didn't like the arguments with the chat rooms and everything else. But I found them. I found his old videos, and I just want you guys to listen to him, see what you think. And to me, he found a potential answer to the Mandela effect. But at the time when he found it, it was 7 years ago, it wasn't very popular. He got attacked.
Basically this is about the Mandela effect, and it is something that's been happening, and I didn't know about it till I was affected, and I didn't know I was affected till I looked into it, so I have no idea when it happened, when the conscience was switched over in a blink of an eye. I didn't notice. So again, I wasn't looking into the phenomenon. I was just looking at something else on YouTube, and they kept popping up something about the Mandela effect, and one caught my eye. It was about Sally Fields, and I was like, well, I always liked her, So I watched that one, and it was about her acceptance speech at the Oscars, and I started watching more, and I'm going, what are they saying? That never happened, Sure enough, it didn't, And the one that caught me the biggest was the Oscar Mayer, brand name, changing the Mayer spelling. We always had it as M-E-Y-E-R, and then it's M-I-Y-A-R here, so that's when I realized, I've been affected by this phenomenon. And so I did a lot of study. I didn't know what to think of it. Of course, it's very difficult to wrap your mind around it. Had to do a lot of praying and, for understanding and grasping, because it had to be something spiritual. And then I even started blaming, the CERN and facility and Fermilab and, the D-Wave computers with the quantum, computing and all that. And then it suddenly occurred to me, again with Dr. Judy Wood's philosophy, about the truth speaks volumes as far as evidence, And I came to realize, well, this is something really major. There's, my soul came here, and this Dale's soul, if he had one, went there, Obviously, I'm not, he's probably doing the same exact thing, because our history's identical. This Dale made the exact same decisions that I made, instantaneously, 70,000 light years away. If that's not spiritual, I don't know what is. It's a huge, So I came to the conclusion that there's no way man could have done this, or demons, or angels for that matter. It had to be, the Most High in all the universe. And, I've been fortunate enough to know all my life that his name happens to be Jehovah, and known about him all my life. So, he's responsible for this. And if you ask me, I'm going to say it straight up. I think it's the sacred secret that's mentioned in Revelation, chapter 10, verse 7. So it ties in real well. I mean, what else could be more sacred and has been such a secret for the history of all mankind? This has never been known before, that we all have been living parallel lives, on, alternate, completely different literal earths. It has to be Jehovah doing this. So, what's going on, we'll find out, So it's very serious, very huge in my opinion. There's a lot of theories, that maybe my soul died over there in at the Sagittarius arm and the outer reaches of the galaxy, and I came over, but I don't think so, because this phenomenon just came about, this Mandela effect, the last 10 years or 17 years, whatever. You know, so it's not that. The only conclusion is it's happening now, and it has to, be in line with the way things are going now. So, to me, this is a real serious thing, and I think it's the sacred secret. You know, it has to be. What else could that be? But other people are taking this way differently. They get God involved, but they don't use his name, and they got him involved, and they don't think he's responsible. They're asking for help. They think man did it. There's some evil force, and the government's changing everything that's going on around us, and they can't believe other people can't see the changes. Well, of course they can't. They've been here their whole life. How are they going to see? They think you're nuts. So they don't look at it from a point of view, well, you've been given a great opportunity to realize that the great creator has indeed made us human beings very special. We actually, to know we live parallel lives is incredible. It's not, my experience is not like the, parallel universe theory. It's because this Dale made the identical decisions the other Dale did, and his parents did. All the things have been identical on this earth, real similar. Weather, history, it's all similar, slight variations. I can get into them, like Bismarck was the one I found out recently. It was pretty interesting. It sank both the Hood and the HMS Prince of Wales at the same battle, and then here the HMS Prince of Wales got away, stuff like that. But I'm sure it was ultimately sunk, so if things skip a beat, the outcome's always the same. At least it seems that way from my perspective. Again, I can only give you my take on it, what's happened to me personally, and luckily I've been a student of history and always been highly educated on that and take pride in that. Not that I'm smart, I just like education and I love knowledge. And this earth is, we'll get into another video on that, but this earth is a lot smaller, a lot different, but very unusually similar. That's the beauty of it all. It's got the constellations, are the same. It's just amazing. It's just, like I said, if this isn't a spiritual thing, I don't know what is, And again, it's not mankind or angels or demons or anything pulling this off. It's the Most High and all the earth. I mean, look it up. It's Psalms 83:18, and even in any version of the Bible, it says his name right there, and he is the Most High. The name means he causes to become. So, he created the Milky Way galaxy and all that's in it. And who would have known that the galaxy was full of Earths and us? It's just incredible. It's not just because I discovered this doesn't mean it just happened to those who discover it. It's all of us. We all live parallel lives on parallel Earths. So, if you ask me, that makes our lives way more important. It's just a pretty huge thing that everything you do resonates throughout the universe, in a universal conscience. It's just incredible. So we'll have more on this, and we'll talk later.